Welcome to Aikidoflow. Now, lessons Aikido have taught us in our life, which is absolutely none. Anyway, nice seeing you. Good video. See you on the next video. So Aikido, the combat and the training is not the only thing that Aikido is about. Aikido is about balancing your life in terms of the day-to-day business of your life and the struggle of your life. I don't know what experiences you've had about it.
What it's taught me is that everything is Aikido. Everything. I remember being in crowd environments, walking through the nightclub when I'm trying to make my way to a part and it's crowded, and I'd be walking past people, you know, like this. It was all part of the training, just walking past, trying to avoid people, trying to someone walk towards me, trying to predict which ways they're going, trying to direct them in a certain way. So they go that way, I go that way, just by tilting my shoulder and adjusting my stance. And it was just about the way I moved, even just when I'm in public.
I would expand on that and say that the conflict that comes into our lives, okay, and the struggles is energy, and you can perceive it as energy, and you can either just go straight up against it, okay, but in Aikido we don't do that. We actually allow it to pass us, and we decide where we want it to go, which is basically the same thing, really.
Yeah.
It's an understanding of energy.
It's also taught me, and I think any martial arts can pretty much teach you this, it's just taught me that I don't have to prove anything to anybody. You know, I'm in a confrontation situation, you know, someone says to me, I'd beat you up, I'd bust your head, you know, I can take you. It's just like, yeah, you can, I'm sure you can, you know, but I'm good with that. I don't need to prove anything and let my ego take over and say, no, you can't take me, come on, no, you know, let's fight then, let's fight. It's just not necessary. It almost, getting prepared for conflict almost makes you avoid conflict, you know, by any means necessary. You just don't want to get in that confrontational situation. And I wasn't like that before I started practicing Aikido. I felt like I had something to prove. I felt like, oh, I need to take you down so you don't mess with me again, and so everybody knows that, you know, I'm not someone to be messed with. I don't feel that anymore. It's just like, you know, you think whatever it is you think of me, I really don't care.
Right, I've heard this saying, bigger isn't always stronger. I didn't quite understand what that was until I started to practice Aikido, really, because it really doesn't matter, really, about your size. It just really matters, really, what your intentions are. And everybody's powerful. Everybody's powerful. I mean, everyone is powerful. It makes no difference whatsoever. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I've found, like, I've trained against somebody who's, like, I'm quite a big guy. I'm 6'2", you know, I'm like 120 kilos. And I find that when I train against somebody, people who experience are smaller and lighter than me, I still feel that power in them when someone's really experienced at Aikido, and it's just, they can do a technique on me, and as long as they do it right, do it correctly, it's still really, really effective.
Watching our channel, we deal with attacks and we deal with street attacks, and that's really what we're focusing on. But attack is an attack. It can be a verbal attack, it can be an attack on your way of life, you know, and you would just deal with it exactly the same way. I mean, understanding when an attack is coming, what an attack is, it's peppered throughout your whole life. Okay, in conclusion, Aikido is very powerful in terms of life lessons and the impact that it ultimately has on your life. You know, I mean, you can ask anybody that trains in Aikido how it's affected their life, and it really is immense. So, I mean, this is, Aikido is an all-enveloping art form and it really does really affect your life. Other martial arts are the same, but I think Aikido has a deeper dive into this. We'll see you on the next video.